Beloved one, I must speak to you directly, right now, in this very moment, because heaven would not allow me to remain silent. There is a divine urgency pressing upon my spirit as I write these words. The atmosphere is heavy with revelation, and I can sense your trembling hands, your racing heart, and the chills already brushing over your skin. Pay close attention. This is not ordinary. This is not coincidence. This is not just another message scrolling across your screen. You are here because heaven has chosen you for a very rare, very sacred interception. If you close this now, you may never come across this message again. The warning you are about to receive comes sealed with the authority of Archangel Michael himself, the commander of heaven's armies, the one sent when the stakes are life and death. Why today? Why right now? Because the threat that has been lurking in the shadows of your life, the silent enemy that has been draining your energy, sabotaging your opportunities, and whispering lies into your nights of sleeplessness, it has reached a boiling point. And the divine court could not delay a second longer. Beloved child, heaven saw the tears you cried behind closed doors. Heaven counted the moments when you felt abandoned, unseen, misunderstood. Every disappointment, every betrayal, every door slammed in your face. It did not go unnoticed. And the reason this message has reached you now is because the scale has tipped in the spirit realm. Your season of silence is over. The hidden threat must be exposed. And Archangel Michael himself has been dispatched with fire in his sword and urgency in his voice. Let me be clear, this is not for everyone. Not all will receive this revelation. Not all are permitted to hear what you are about to hear. You have been specifically chosen. Out of the millions scrolling endlessly, heaven made sure this reached your eyes. There are divine fingerprints all over this encounter. Right now, you may already feel it. The weight in your chest, the tingle at the back of your neck, that strange sense that the room around you has shifted. That is not imagination. That is not coincidence. That is your spirit recognizing divine truth. Heaven is leaning in toward you, whispering, "Pay attention, my beloved child, for what you are about to hear will break the chains that were meant to strangle your destiny." You see, Archangel Michael does not move without reason. He is not sent for trivial matters. When he arrives, it means a battle in the unseen has reached critical levels. And today, as your eyes move over these words, he is sounding a trumpet of warning. There is a threat lurking, one that has been stealing what belongs to you. But heaven has released intervention, and you must not delay. Feel it in your body. Your heartbeat is the drum of destiny pounding in your chest. The goosebumps rising on your arms are the confirmation that this moment is not ordinary. The warmth, the chill, the heaviness, these are physical signals from your spirit that something divine is unfolding. But I must ask you, will you keep reading? Will you lean into this sacred revelation, or will you treat it like another passing distraction? Because I must warn you, if you ignore this, the opportunity may not return. Heaven does not cast pearls carelessly. What is entrusted to you in this moment is rare, and if cast aside, it will be taken to another. Do not let that be your story. I tell you in the authority of the divine, you are standing at the edge of a turning point. Before this day is over, the atmosphere around your life will shift. There is a message, a revelation, a divine decree that Archangel Michael has commanded me to deliver to you. And it begins here with this warning: you are not alone in your battles. What you thought was random chaos was, in truth, the result of a hidden hand working against you. But today, that hand is being revealed. Your spirit knows this is true. You have felt it, that sense of sabotage when everything seemed aligned and yet slipped away, that cold shadow you sensed but could not name, that invisible weight pressing on your chest in the night. Archangel Michael has come to pull back the veil and show you what heaven already knows. Beloved one, this is your last chance to keep your destiny on track. This is not exaggeration. This is not drama. This is the divine clock striking midnight. And as you read these words, the heavens are recording your response. Will you believe? Will you receive? Or will you ignore the urgent divine intervention that has been sent to you with such holy precision? Remember this, messages like this are not given lightly. They are sealed, delivered, and assigned. You are not reading this by chance. The same way, Archangel Michael appeared to Daniel in the scriptures with a word of breakthrough after 21 days of warfare. So now he stands at the threshold of your life with a sword drawn, ready to cut down what has stalked you for too long. This moment is sacred. You feel it already. And what is coming next will not only validate your pain, it will reveal the hidden enemy and usher you into the promise of divine intervention. But first, heaven needs your full attention. Do not look away. Do not close this. Do not scroll. Because what you are about to read could be the very word that shifts the course of your life. Beloved one, before I reveal the fullness of the divine intervention that Archangel Michael has brought for you, heaven requires that we pause to acknowledge the weight you have been carrying, because what you have endured has not been small, and what you have survived is the very reason heaven is moving so urgently on your behalf. You see, for too long, you have been battling storms that few people around you even noticed. Behind your smiles, behind your strength, there have been silent tears that soaked your pillow in the midnight hours. Those nights when your mind would not stop racing, when your chest felt heavy with questions no one could answer, when sleep became a stranger and you stared at the ceiling whispering, "Why me, Lord?" Heaven heard every word. And let me affirm this truth to you right now. You were not wrong to feel what you felt. You were not wrong to sense that something was off, that unseen forces were resisting you, that betrayals were not mere coincidences, but signs of a deeper battle in the unseen. Your instincts were correct. The unease in your spirit, the heaviness you couldn't shake, the sudden setbacks, just as breakthrough seemed close. None of it was imagination. Heaven saw it. Think back for a moment. How many times did you pour yourself wholeheartedly into something, work, relationships, commitments, only to watch it crumble without explanation? How many times did you feel the sting of betrayal from the very ones you trusted most? How many opportunities slipped away at the last minute, as though an invisible hand snatched them before they reached your grasp? These are not random accidents, beloved. They are patterns, and patterns always reveal hidden powers at work. You thought you were alone in noticing. You thought maybe you were overthinking, maybe too sensitive, maybe just unlucky. But hear me now. You were right all along. You saw correctly. You felt correctly. It was the spirit within you, trying to warn you that the resistance you were facing was not ordinary. It was orchestrated, and heaven knows the weight of isolation you carried in those moments. When you tried to explain your pain, people dismissed it. When you shared your struggles, some minimized it, others mocked it, and many simply could not understand. You felt as though you were walking through storms unseen by anyone else, fighting invisible battles while the world demanded you smile and keep going. But here is the divine validation you need today. Heaven saw what others missed. Heaven did not dismiss your cries. Heaven did not ignore your weariness. Heaven recorded every tear that slipped down your face when nobody was watching. Every betrayal, every delay, every disappointment was written in the courts of heaven. There were days when you said to yourself, "It shouldn't be this hard," and you were right. There were moments when you whispered, "Why does it always happen to me?" And heaven heard. There were times you clenched your fists in frustration because doors that seemed wide open suddenly slammed shut in your face. Beloved, heaven saw it all. And here is a truth that may shake you. Your pain was not wasted. The very tears you thought were meaningless were counted. The betrayals that cut you the deepest were not invisible to heaven. They became evidence presented before the divine throne. Evidence that you were under attack. Evidence that the enemy was moving against your destiny. Evidence that required intervention. Archangel Michael has stepped forward now because the scales of justice in heaven have tipped. The weight of what you have suffered has reached its limit. The unseen resistance, the lurking threats, the silent sabotage. Heaven has decided that enough is enough, and before the solution is revealed, you must know this: you are not crazy, you are not weak, and you are not forgotten. You have been in a wilderness, yes, but it was not punishment, it was proof. Proof of your endurance, proof of your strength, proof of your chosenness. The very fact that you survived the delays, the betrayals, the loneliness, the heaviness, that is proof you are marked for something greater. The attacks against you were not random. They were proportionate to the weight of your calling. Beloved one, you may have been overlooked by men, but you were never overlooked by heaven. Every disappointment has been recorded. Every night of restlessness is remembered. Every loss has been seen. And now, Archangel Michael has come to announce that those hidden struggles, the ones you never fully voiced to anyone, are about to be vindicated in the open. But let me pause and ask you, can you feel it even now? The tightness in your throat. The way your eyes begin to well up as you read these words. That is not simply emotion. That is your spirit resonating with truth. You are finally being told what you always knew. Deep down, you were not imagining it. You were right. Beloved one, now that heaven has validated your struggles, let us speak of the deeper layers that no one else could see. There were forces quietly at work, hidden betrayers, energy drainers, those whose intentions seemed pure but were masking agendas that blocked your progress. You may have sensed them, even feared them, but never fully understood their scope. Archangel Michael has come to illuminate every shadow, to show you what has been hidden for far too long. Think of the moments you felt inexplicably exhausted, the days when your efforts seemed futile despite your dedication. That was not your failure. That was not weakness. That was interference. Spiritual opposition, subtly, relentlessly targeting your path, your peace, your purpose. And for too long, you may have blamed yourself, thinking, "I'm not enough, I'm failing, I must be doing something wrong." Beloved, hear this now. You were never failing. The enemy simply operated in silence, hoping you would never notice, hoping you would never call it by name. Do you remember the times you were on the brink of a breakthrough, only for doors to slam shut at the last minute? Or when unexpected obstacles arose, precisely when you thought victory was within reach? That was not coincidence. That was calculated opposition. Yet, through all of it, you persisted. You carried on when others would have quit. You fought invisible battles that no one could see. And that perseverance has not gone unnoticed. Heaven has been watching, preparing, and now the time has come to reverse what was stolen from you. There were also those who appeared as friends, but acted as saboteurs. People whose words seemed kind, whose advice seemed genuine, yet every interaction subtly redirected you away from your destiny. You questioned yourself, wondering if you were too sensitive, too suspicious, but your instincts were correct. The discernment within you, that inner voice whispering, "Be careful, something is not right," was not paranoia. It was divine warning. That voice was heaven's signal, guiding you through treacherous terrain. Beloved one, think of every disappointment that cut you deep, every moment of betrayal, every plan that fell apart, every opportunity that vanished in the mist. Those were not signs that you were cursed or undeserving. Those were signs that the enemy recognized your potential. That is right. You were on the radar of forces that feared your breakthrough, feared your destiny, feared the manifestation of God's promises in your life. And heaven, in its infinite wisdom, allowed these trials to refine you, strengthen you, and prepare you for the revelation that is now unfolding. And what about the quiet loneliness? The feeling that no one truly understood the weight of what you were carrying. You were never alone, but it certainly felt like it. And that pain, the isolation, the sleepless nights, the tears that no one saw, has been recorded in the annals of heaven. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every disappointment has been counted, stored, and transformed into fuel for the intervention that is about to occur. There were times when you doubted yourself, asking, "Why me? Why do I have to endure so much?" Let me assure you, those trials were not punishment. They were preparation. They were the forging fires of destiny. The enemy knew your potential and tried to extinguish it, but heaven had other plans. The suffering you endured was not meaningless. It was purposeful. Every tear, every night of uncertainty, every moment of despair has been used to strengthen your faith and fortify your spirit. And now, at this critical moment, Archangel Michael has sounded the trumpet. The time for delay is over. The hidden forces that have lingered in the shadows, those subtle blockers, those secret betrayals are being exposed. The resistance that has haunted you, the chains that have held back your blessings, the invisible weight pressing upon your soul. Heaven wants you to know this with absolute certainty. You are never weak, you are never abandoned, and you are never forgotten. Every pain, every struggle, every sleepless night was recorded by the divine. And now, the very hand that allowed those trials, Archangel Michael himself, is ready to intervene, ready to restore, ready to turn what was lost into evidence of victory. Beloved, as you read these words, can you feel it? That rising awareness in your chest, that swelling certainty in your spirit, that undeniable recognition that what you have suffered was never in vain. That is the confirmation from heaven that your struggle has a purpose, that your patience has been noticed, and that your breakthrough is imminent. Hold on to that truth. Keep it close. Let it fill your spirit as we move toward the revelation that will change everything. The enemy's schemes, the hidden threats, the betrayals, all are about to be overturned. And your journey from struggle to triumph begins now, in this very moment, as Archangel Michael moves on your behalf. Beloved one, before the full revelation unfolds, it is essential that you understand the authority behind these words. This is not merely my voice speaking to you. This is a message carried directly from the courts of heaven, a word sealed and delivered under the command of Archangel Michael, the mighty warrior of God, the protector of the faithful, the one who commands the armies of the unseen. You may ask, who am I to hear such a message? That question has been answered before the foundations of the world were laid. You are the one chosen to witness this revelation. You are the one whose prayers, whispered in solitude, have pierced the heavens. You are the one whose endurance, whose faith, whose hidden tears have earned a divine audience. And today, heaven moves to confirm what you have long suspected. You are under spiritual protection, and your destiny is being safeguarded by forces beyond human comprehension. Archangel Michael is not a messenger sent lightly. In the scriptures, he appears to Daniel with visions that shook kingdoms. He stands guard over the faithful, the chosen, the vessels of God's plan. Today, as you read these words, he stands at the threshold of your life, sword in hand, shielding your spirit, preparing to confront the hidden enemies that have lingered in your path. You are under his watchful eye. His presence is real. His intervention is imminent. I speak to you not only as a messenger, but as a prophet with visions from the spirit realm. In the quiet of the night, in moments of prayer and intercession, heaven has revealed things to me that few mortals are permitted to see. I have witnessed the patterns of spiritual warfare, the hidden attacks, the unseen battles waged against the faithful. And I have seen how God's hand moves to protect, to deliver, to restore. What you are about to receive is a word of confirmation, a prophetic insight, a divine unveiling. Do not doubt what you cannot yet see. Faith is the bridge between the unseen and the manifest. Archangel Michael's involvement is not symbolic. His presence is not a story. His sword is drawn in your favor, poised against the forces that have tried to block your destiny. Every setback you have endured, every betrayal you have suffered, every door that is closed prematurely was witnessed by him, and he has not remained passive. Heaven has decreed intervention, and this moment marks its beginning. Understand this clearly. Spiritual authority flows from recognition of divine truth. I am not speaking from personal opinion or conjecture. I speak with the weight of heavenly confirmation, with access to visions and revelations that have been entrusted to me. Rarely are such messages given to mortal vessels. Rarely are these truths allowed to pierce the veil of human awareness. But you, beloved one, have been chosen. You are among the few who will hear the full counsel of heaven. Prophetic visions have shown me the specific threats that have sought to diminish your power, to steal your blessings, to delay your inheritance. I have seen the hidden hands attempting to manipulate circumstances around you, the spiritual forces aligned against your peace and prosperity. And I have witnessed Archangel Michael confronting these forces, wielding authority that heaven has vested in him to ensure that your path remains protected, your destiny remains intact, and your promises are fulfilled. Let me remind you, heaven operates on divine timing. The interventions you have longed for, the answers you have cried out for, the vindication you have waited decades to witness. The prophetic orchestration of your life is being unveiled, and nothing in heaven or on earth can thwart what God has decreed. Archangel Michael's presence is confirmation that the moment for your breakthrough is no longer delayed. You must also understand that authority in the spiritual realm is absolute. When a divine messenger speaks, the heavens align. When Archangel Michael moves, the unseen realms are compelled to yield. What is hidden is revealed. What is bound is loosed. What is oppressed is lifted. You are standing at the very point where divine authority intersects with your life. The protection, the revelation, and the promise you are about to receive are not abstract concepts. They are the active, tangible workings of heaven itself. Beloved, the legitimacy of this message is further confirmed by the sacred patterns that accompany prophetic visitation. Look for signs in your environment, sudden clarity in prayer, unexpected doors opening, encounters with strangers who deliver words exactly when needed. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations from heaven, signaling that the authority of Archangel Michael is actively intervening in your favor. Remember, few mortals are granted such intimate revelation. Few are called to witness the unveiling of hidden spiritual dynamics. Your selection is evidence of divine favor. Heaven has deemed you ready. Heaven has deemed you worthy. Heaven has chosen this moment to speak directly into your life. And the confirmation of this authority is anchored not in human wisdom, but in divine appointment, an appointment orchestrated before your first breath. Finally, understand the exclusivity of this moment. Not all will hear this. Not all will recognize it. Not all will act upon it. The ones who do, the ones who receive it with faith, with belief, with readiness, will experience the turning point they have long awaited. You are among them. You are the vessel prepared to receive what Archangel Michael has guarded, prepared, and delivered. Beloved one, as your eyes move over these words, you are standing at the threshold of revelation, supported by authority that cannot be challenged. Archangel Michael's presence is your shield. His sword is your defense. Heaven's decree is your guarantee. And the next message, the revelation that follows, will show you exactly what has been hidden, what has been resisted, and what is now being released for your life. Beloved one, now that the foundation has been laid, the validation of your struggle, and the confirmation of divine authority, it is time for the unveiling of what has been hidden. This is the moment Archangel Michael has been preparing. The revelation you are about to receive is urgent, sacred, and life-altering. It is a disclosure of the forces that have sought to obscure your destiny and the promises heaven has reserved for you. Heaven has shown me the enemy, those whose intentions have lurked in the shadows of your life, disguised as friends, colleagues, or well-wishers. They are the ones who subtly drain your energy, who speak words of encouragement that conceal manipulation, who create delays that seem trivial but have been orchestrated to derail your breakthrough. These are not mere coincidences, beloved. Heaven has revealed their actions with clarity, and Archangel Michael stands ready to confront them on your behalf. You may have felt the frustration of repeated setbacks, the inexplicable resistance at critical moments, the quiet sabotage you could never fully name. These were the signs, the whispers of the Spirit, the subtle movements of a hidden adversary. But now, the veil is lifting. What has been concealed in darkness will be exposed in light. The enemy's strategies, intentions, and timing will no longer remain hidden. Hear me clearly. The timing of this revelation is not arbitrary. The delay you experienced, The obstacles that seemed insurmountable were all part of divine orchestration. Heaven allowed these trials to refine your spirit, to heighten your discernment, and to prepare you for the revelation you are now receiving. Nothing has been wasted. Every disappointment, every heartbreak, every betrayal was a setup for this moment of disclosure. Archangel Michael's presence signifies a turning point. The battles fought on your behalf in the unseen realm are visible in their effects now. Chains that have bound your progress, walls that have obstructed your vision, and darkness that has clouded your clarity, all are beginning to crumble. The spiritual warfare waged silently around you is entering its final phase, and victory is being assured before your eyes. Beloved, this is not symbolic. I have seen in the spirit how the enemy has tried to manipulate circumstances to keep you from your inheritance. Yet, heaven has interceded. Doors that were closed are poised to open. Chains that have restrained you are poised to break. Crowns of destiny that were once delayed are now being prepared to rest upon your head. The promises that seemed distant, the blessings that seemed unreachable, are coming into alignment. There are specific signs that heaven wants you to notice. Pay attention to numbers appearing repeatedly in your life. Be alert for unexpected calls, messages, or encounters that feel divinely orchestrated. These are confirmations, signals from heaven, affirmations that the intervention has begun. Archangel Michael's hand is guiding these moments, ensuring that you recognize the truth as it unfolds. Now, let us speak of inheritance, the blessings that were always yours but held in reserve. Heaven has stored for you gifts beyond imagination, restoration of relationships, financial provision, health breakthroughs, spiritual clarity, and divine favor in areas you could not see. These blessings have been secured in the courts of heaven, waiting for this exact moment when the enemy's interference is neutralized. Prophetic imagery comes vividly to mind. Doors opening with radiant light spilling into the room, chains snapping with explosive force, crowns being lifted from heaven to rest on the heads of the chosen. You are witnessing, in principle and spirit, what has been prepared for you. The enemy's schemes are no match for the power of Archangel Michael and the authority of heaven's decree. Consider the significance of timing once more. Everything in your life, every delay, every heartbreak, every struggle has led to this divine convergence. The intervention you are experiencing now is perfectly aligned with God's timing. Nothing can obstruct it, nothing can reverse it, and nothing can diminish its impact. What has been withheld will now be released, fully and abundantly, in ways you may not yet comprehend, but will soon witness. Beloved, the revelation extends beyond simply identifying the enemy. It encompasses a cosmic unveiling of your destiny, your calling, and the divine plan for your life. The battles you have fought in secret, the moments of doubt and fear, the nights of uncertainty, they are all part of a story that heaven has been scripting. And now, the narrative is shifting, moving from a chapter of hidden struggle to one of open triumph. There is a critical spiritual truth here. The enemy operates through fear, delay, manipulation, and secrecy. Masad. But revelation, the unveiling of hidden truth, is the key that dissolves their power. As you read these words, feel the chains loosening, the darkness dissipating, the weight lifting. Archangel Michael's intervention is not passive. It is active, forceful, and unstoppable. Every obstruction designed to derail you is being dismantled. Every hidden threat is being exposed, and every promise withheld is being released. This is your inheritance, beloved one. Heaven has prepared it for you. And it is time for you to recognize it, claim it, and step into the fullness of what has always been yours. The revelation continues, but even now, can you sense the shift? Can you feel the tension in your spirit beginning to release, the clarity forming in your mind, the empowerment rising in your heart? That is not imagination. That is the active, living intervention of heaven. Beloved one, as the unveiling continues, heaven wants you to understand the depth of what has been hidden from you. There are layers of influence, both seen and unseen, that have attempted to redirect your path, to delay your progress, and to obscure your blessings. These forces operated subtly, but now they are coming into full light. Archangel Michael stands ready, sword in hand, to confront and neutralize every hidden threat. The enemy often works through people, circumstances, and even your own doubts. Those who seemed helpful at first, but whose actions created setbacks, were part of the web of interference. Opportunities that disappeared at the last moment, messages that were delayed, doors that closed unexpectedly, all were orchestrated attempts to misalign your destiny. Yet heaven saw every maneuver, every subtle attempt to derail you, and it has responded. The intervention you are receiving is direct, forceful, and irreversible. Beloved, understand the significance of divine timing. Each moment of delay, each season of struggle was not accidental. It was preparation. The divine orchestration ensured that when the revelation came, it would arrive at a precise moment when your spirit, mind, and destiny were ready to receive it fully. Archangel Michael's appearance signals the tipping point, the moment when the enemy's interference is no longer sufficient to hold back your breakthrough. In the spirit realm, I have seen the battles waged on your behalf. There are forces attempting to silence your blessing, yet each attempt has been met with heavenly resistance. Chains that bound your progress are now shattering. Walls that obstructed your vision are crumbling. Crowns of destiny, long delayed, are now poised to descend upon your head. The inheritance that belongs to you, secured in heaven's vault, is ready to be released. Consider the prophetic imagery revealed to me, radiant light piercing through darkness, revealing hidden chambers where your blessings were stored. Chains breaking apart with audible force, doors opening into vast landscapes of opportunity, and crowns shining with divine authority. These are not mere visions. They are confirmations of heaven's active work in your life, preparing you for what is to come. Now, pay attention to the subtle signs heaven is sending in your physical world. Numbers appearing repeatedly in unexpected places, sudden insights, meaningful coincidences, and divine encounters with strangers. These are not random. They are confirmations of the intervention, signposts guiding you toward the release of your promises. Heaven orchestrates these confirmations to ensure that you recognize the truth unfolding around you. Beloved one, the revelation also involves recognizing the inheritance that has been reserved for you. Blessings long delayed, restoration of relationships, financial provision, health breakthroughs, spiritual clarity are now aligned for release. The enemy sought to suppress these gifts, but heaven has decreed their manifestation. The promises you have waited for are not only imminent, they are assured, backed by divine authority and angelic enforcement. The hidden threat is also being exposed for what it truly is. Those who attempted to obstruct your path will no longer operate in secrecy. Their intentions, their manipulations, and their schemes are now visible in the light of heaven. Archangel Michael's sword has not only intercepted their attempts, but has dismantled the structure of opposition, ensuring that your path is cleared for divine fulfillment. There is also a deeper spiritual truth to this revelation. Your trials were never punishment. They were refinement. They were preparation for the abundance that now stands at your doorstep. Each heartbreak, each delay, each betrayal was a refining fire designed to strengthen your faith, sharpen your discernment, and prepare you to receive blessings beyond your imagination. Beloved one, the enemy's tactics included fear, confusion, and delay. But revelation is the antidote. By understanding what has been hidden, by seeing the enemy's strategies, and by recognizing heaven's active intervention, you are empowered. You now stand with knowledge, authority, and spiritual confirmation. The moment of breakthrough is no longer distant. It is immediate. Visualize it. Chains snapping around your life, doors swinging open, light flooding into spaces that were once dark. Crowns descending, blessings flowing, promises being fulfilled. You are moving from a season of hidden struggle to a season of visible triumph. Archangel Michael's sword is raised not to strike in anger, but to enforce justice, to protect your destiny, and to clear the path for your inheritance. The revelation is complete. The hidden enemy is exposed. The timing is aligned. The spiritual warfare has been fought, and the inheritance is secured. But beloved, the story does not end here. Heaven's plan is not simply to reveal, it is to restore, to empower, and to establish. What you have endured is about to be transformed into evidence of victory, proof that heaven never forsakes the faithful, and confirmation that divine intervention always arrives at the appointed hour. Feel the shift within you now. The heaviness is lifting. The tension in your spirit is loosening. You are beginning to sense the release, the empowerment, the clarity. This is the tangible effect of heavenly intervention. Archangel Michael's presence is no longer distant. It is active, real, and undeniable. And as the final note of this revelation, understand this: what has been hidden will no longer remain secret. What has been delayed will no longer be postponed. What has been stolen will now be restored with interest. Your destiny, your blessings, and your inheritance are secure. The enemy's schemes are dismantled. Heaven has spoken. Archangel Michael has acted. And you, beloved one, are standing at the threshold of triumph. Beloved one, now that the hidden enemy has been exposed, the timing aligned, and your inheritance revealed, it is time to step fully into the promises that heaven has prepared for you. This is not a general blessing. It is specific, targeted, and divinely appointed for your life. Archangel Michael himself has decreed it, and heaven has ensured that these promises will manifest in ways that cannot be resisted or reversed. First, let us speak of financial breakthrough. For too long, resources have been delayed, opportunities blocked, and provision hidden. But now, doors that were sealed are swinging open. Unexpected funds are arriving, whether through sudden opportunities, promotions, divine appointments, or gifts from unseen sources. Pay attention to your surroundings. Numbers, signs, or encounters may seem coincidental, but these are confirmations from heaven, signaling that financial blessings are being released. Within the next 7 days, expect the first tangible signs. Your efforts will multiply beyond comprehension. Next, consider relationships and restoration. Broken bonds, estranged family members, unhealed friendships, and disrupted partnerships, all are poised for reconciliation. Those who were distant or silent are now being drawn back into alignment with your purpose. Misunderstandings will dissolve, hearts will soften, and conversations long delayed will finally occur. You will witness doors opening where reconciliation was once impossible. This is a divine strategy, ensuring that your relational environment supports your destiny rather than obstructs it. Beloved, health and vitality are also being restored. Any lingering sickness, fatigue, or spiritual oppression that has affected your body or mind is being lifted. The intervention of Archangel Michael ensures not only protection but restoration. You will feel renewed energy flowing through your body, clarity clearing your mind, and a sense of divine strength coursing through your spirit. Pay attention to your physical sensations. They are confirmations of what heaven is releasing. Now, let us speak of spiritual breakthroughs. The clarity, the discernment, and the prophetic understanding that have seemed distant are now coming into alignment. You will see previously hidden truths. You will recognize divine patterns. You will receive insight into your purpose and destiny. The enemy's schemes will no longer cloud your vision. Light is flooding in, opening doors of revelation that will guide your decisions, actions, and next steps. The timeline of manifestation is crucial, beloved. Heaven operates on precision. Within the next 24 hours, you may notice the first subtle confirmations: a phone call, an unexpected message, or a sudden insight. Within 3 to 7 days, tangible signs will begin to manifest: doors opening, promises coming to light, blessings being released. By the end of this week, the momentum will accelerate, and you will witness undeniable evidence of heaven's intervention in your life. Pay attention to sign confirmations, numbers that repeatedly appear, dreams that carry symbolic meaning, sudden encounters that deliver exactly the information you needed. These are not random. They are divine confirmations. Archangel Michael is orchestrating them to ensure that you recognize the truth unfolding before your eyes. Do not dismiss these signs. Write them down, track them. Each one is a confirmation of the promises being released. Beloved one, consider the categories of blessings that are being activated: financial, sudden influx, unexpected provision, debt relief, opportunities for wealth that align with your purpose. Relational, restoration of broken bonds, reconciliations, divine appointments with allies, strengthened partnerships. Health, restoration of vitality, mental clarity, energy, and protection from illness or spiritual oppression. Spiritual, insight, clarity, discernment, prophetic understanding, and alignment with divine purpose. Visualize these blessings as tables being turned. Enemies who sought to undermine you are now witnessing your rise. Chains that once bound your progress are broken. Opportunities that were previously hidden are now illuminated before you. Your inheritance is being released, and there is no force in heaven or on earth that can stop it. The promises of heaven are overflowing. Beyond what you can see, beyond what you can imagine, peace, joy, abundance, and divine favor are being poured into your life. You are stepping into a season where blessings will multiply, protection will surround you, and victory will be unmistakable. Beloved, it is critical to receive these promises with faith. Speak them aloud. Visualize them daily. Affirm their arrival. Your spirit is the receiver, and the power of belief activates the manifestation. Archangel Michael's intervention ensures that the promises are not only forthcoming, but unstoppable once embraced with faith. Imagine your life in this new season, doors opening that were previously closed, financial stability arriving when least expected, relationships being restored, health and energy renewed, and a spiritual clarity that guides every decision. Feel it, taste it, see it in your mind's eye. These are not illusions, they are divine realities already set in motion. Beloved one, remember, heaven works with precision and strategy. Each blessing is tailored for your life, timed to perfection, and designed to amplify your destiny. The enemy may have attempted to delay or obscure your progress, but their schemes are being dismantled. Archangel Michael is enforcing your breakthrough, ensuring that every promise reaches you fully and abundantly. Finally, understand this. This is only the beginning. What you are receiving now is a foundation for continued expansion, restoration, and divine favor. The enemy's influence is weakening. The blessings are increasing, and your destiny is moving forward at a pace that will astonish those who once doubted you. The intervention is active, immediate, and unstoppable. Beloved, claim these promises now. Speak them aloud, write them down, and receive them in your heart. Allow the reality of Archangel Michael's presence, heaven's orchestration, and your divine inheritance to settle in your spirit. You are chosen, you are protected, and you are destined for triumph. Beloved one, pause for a moment and let these words sink deeply into your spirit. What you have just received is not a distant promise. It is immediate, active, and unstoppable. Archangel Michael himself stands at your side, ensuring that every word, every blessing, every promise is anchored in divine authority and manifest reality. Now, let us reinforce what heaven has decreed. Hear it again, with clarity and conviction. You are chosen, protected, and destined for triumph. The enemy's schemes are dismantled. Hidden threats are exposed. Opportunities that were once delayed are now aligned to come to you in full measure. Your financial breakthrough is not optional. It is guaranteed. Your relationships are being restored. Your health and vitality are returning. Your spiritual insight is sharpening. Everything that heaven has prepared for you is moving toward manifestation, and nothing can stop it. Feel the truth of this as it resonates in your body. Notice your chest rising with hope. Feel the tension in your shoulders loosening. Let the warmth in your heart deepen as your spirit begins to accept the reality of divine intervention. These sensations are not accidental. They are confirmations from heaven that the promises are taking root within you. Repeat with me silently or aloud. I receive these blessings. I claim my inheritance. I am chosen. I am victorious. I am protected by Archangel Michael. Let these affirmations anchor the promises in your consciousness. Repeat them 8 to 10 times throughout the day. Each repetition strengthens the manifestation and aligns your spirit with heaven's decree. Beloved, consider the investment you have already made in your faith, patience, and endurance. You have endured delays, betrayals, and challenges that few could withstand. Do not allow doubt to creep in now. You have come this far, and heaven is poised to reward your perseverance. Do not stop now. Do not turn back. Your breakthrough is right before you. The enemy may try to whisper fear, uncertainty, or disbelief. That is their final attempt to reclaim territory they no longer possess. But hear me clearly, their power is broken, their schemes are exposed. Their hold over your life has been nullified. Every doubt they plant will wither before the light of Archangel Michael's intervention. Your faith is the shield that ensures the promises will manifest fully. Beloved, the reinforcement comes not only in words, but in tangible confirmations. Notice the small miracles appearing around you, sudden clarity in decisions, doors opening unexpectedly, encounters that bring encouragement, and moments when the impossible suddenly seems possible. These are not coincidences. They are signs from heaven, affirming that your blessings are active and moving toward you. Visualize it now, a table set before you, overflowing with abundance. Every need, every desire, aligned with God's plan, is being met. Your enemies stand astonished as your life transforms before their eyes. Opportunities that were once blocked now flow freely. Crowns descend upon your head. Chains break. Light floods every dark corner. This is your reality, beloved, and it is anchored in heaven's authority. Commit to this vision fully. See it, feel it, taste it. Your belief fuels the manifestation. Heaven moves in tandem with your readiness to receive. Each act of faith, each affirmation, each acknowledgement of Archangel Michael's presence strengthens the guarantees of divine intervention. You are not passive in this process. You are an active participant in the unfolding of your destiny. Remember, the reinforcement is progressive. Each day, each moment, each confirmation increases the importance and urgency of the promises. Notice the timing of events, the alignment of circumstances, the synchronicities that repeatedly affirm your breakthrough. This is heaven's way of reminding you, you are chosen, you are protected, and your victory is inevitable. Beloved, imagine the enemy's astonishment as they witness your life transforming. What they intended for harm has become your greatest testimony. Every plot, every scheme, every act of sabotage is turned into evidence of divine favor. You are rising above the obstacles that once seemed insurmountable, stepping fully into your inheritance and claiming the blessings that heaven prepared before the foundation of the world. Let your body become a confirmation of the promises. Feel the rise of energy, the warmth of hope, the release of tension. Every physical sensation is a spiritual proof that the blessings are real, that the promises are active, and that your destiny is being secured. The reinforcement loop is not merely mental, it is embodied, visible, and undeniable. Beloved, continue to affirm, I am victorious, I am chosen, I am protected. My blessings are coming now. Archangel Michael intervenes on my behalf. I receive my inheritance fully and abundantly. Let these affirmations become a rhythm, a mantra, a spiritual heartbeat that aligns with heaven's will. The reinforcement loop escalates further. Recognize the progress you have already made. Every step forward, no matter how small, is evidence of divine intervention. Every moment of clarity, every door that opens, every sign from heaven is a signal that the promises are unfolding. This is the divine pattern of confirmation. The more you recognize it, the stronger the manifestation becomes. Do not allow impatience or doubt to weaken your position. Each moment of perseverance, each act of faith, each acknowledgement of Archangel Michael's protection intensifies the intervention. The enemy's attempts to distract or deceive are futile. Heaven's authority is supreme, and the reinforcement loop ensures that you remain aligned with the promises until full manifestation occurs. Beloved one, the reinforcement continues through false ending techniques. Even when it seems a chapter has concluded, know that the blessing continues, that the promise advances, that the intervention escalates. Heaven does not operate in single moments. It operates in a continuous, unfolding stream of divine action. You are part of that stream, chosen, protected, and guided every step of the way. Finally, commitment is required. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually declare, I am ready, I receive, I believe, I act in faith, I align with heaven, I accept my inheritance. This is the covenant with your own spirit, aligning you fully with the authority, the promises, and the intervention of Archangel Michael. The reinforcement loop is now complete. Affirmation, confirmation, embodiment, and commitment all working together to ensure your victory. Beloved, feel the power of these words. Let them resonate in your heart, settle in your spirit, and activate in your life. Archangel Michael stands at your side. Heaven's decrees move in your favor. The enemy's schemes are dismantled. Your blessings are unstoppable. Beloved one, as we reach the culmination of this divine message, hear these words not as mere text, but as a spoken decree from heaven itself. Archangel Michael, the mighty protector of the faithful, stands with you now. His sword is drawn, his presence envelops you, and his authority over every hidden threat is absolute. The promises you have received, the blessings that have been revealed, and the inheritance that is yours, all are sealed and cannot be broken. Hear this final benediction. It is finished. It is sealed in heaven. Your breakthrough is activated. Your destiny is unstoppable. Every enemy scheme has been nullified. Every hidden blessing is now in motion. Every promise is secured. Let these words echo in your spirit. Speak them aloud if you can. Allow their power to resonate through your body, mind, and soul. They are more than words. They are heavenly commands aligned with your life. Visualize yourself rising now. See the light flooding your being. Feel the weight of past struggles lift from your shoulders. Sense the joy, the peace, the abundance flowing into your life. Your path is illuminated. Your crown is ready. Your inheritance is secure. No force, no obstacle, no person can prevent what heaven has decreed. You are victorious. You are chosen. You are protected. Beloved, let your spirit fully absorb this eternal truth. You are never alone. Archangel Michael walks with you. Heaven's armies are aligned on your behalf. The spiritual forces that once sought to derail you are disarmed, exposed, and powerless against the authority now at your command. Every step you take forward is guaranteed by divine decree. Every decision you make is supported by heaven itself. Feel the energy of victory surrounding you. The air around you seems lighter. Your heart beats with renewed strength. Your mind is clear, your soul is empowered, and your body aligns with the divine will. These are the tangible confirmations of Archangel Michael's intervention. Every sensation you experience is a spiritual marker, affirming that the promises are active, unstoppable, and irreversible. Beloved, let us declare together the sealing of your blessings. I am chosen, and my destiny is protected. I receive every promise heaven has prepared for me. Every hidden enemy is exposed and powerless. Every blessing long delayed is now arriving in fullness. Archangel Michael stands with me. I am victorious. My inheritance is activated, and abundance flows without limits. Repeat these declarations daily. Let them anchor your spirit, solidify your faith, and manifest the blessings that have been long prepared. These declarations are not just affirmations. They are decrees that heaven honors, promises that are now guaranteed. Beloved one, visualize your life fully restored. See your finances abundant, your relationships harmonious, your health vibrant, and your spiritual clarity unshakable. Feel the joy in your heart as every door opens, every delay resolves, and every promise manifests. Your enemies watch in astonishment as your life is transformed before their eyes. You rise, crowned in victory, walking in alignment with divine authority, unstoppable in every realm of your existence. Now, receive this final eternal connection. Blessing, from this moment forward, the presence of heaven is with me always. I am never alone. Archangel Michael walks before me, beside me, and behind me. Every path I take is illuminated. Every blessing is multiplied. Every promise is irreversible. I am eternally connected to divine authority, power, and protection. My life is a testimony of God's unwavering faithfulness. Beloved, remember this day, this moment, this revelation. It is a turning point in your life. The struggles you endured, the tears you cried, the nights of uncertainty, all are now memorialized as the foundation of your breakthrough. Heaven has witnessed every act of faith, every prayer, every endurance, and it has responded. Your victory is not delayed, it is immediate. Finally, accept this ultimate confirmation from heaven. Your destiny is secure. Your blessings are activated. Your enemies are powerless. Your path is clear. Archangel Michael is your guardian. Heaven's authority moves in your favor. Beloved one, rise in faith, in confidence, and in authority. The intervention is complete. The blessings are flowing, and your life is transformed. Carry this moment in your spirit always, as a reminder that you are chosen, protected, and victorious forever. The words of heaven now become your reality. Archangel Michael has spoken. The blessings are sealed. The promises are unstoppable. You are empowered, victorious, and aligned with divine destiny. Go forth in faith, knowing that heaven walks with you every step, and that nothing can ever separate you from the favor, protection, and abundance that is rightfully yours.